Looks like they got number 23, Maddox Williams, passing it in for the Railers. Looks like it was tipped by Bryson Sainer, recovered by the Railers.
Newton once again trying to put it up for 3, and it looks like it has been Newton's number 3 each time putting it up. He just cannot seem to make that basket, and our boys just keep recovering and trying to get us back on that side.
Colby up for 3, no good, recovered by Bryson. Doc up for 3, no good, recovered by Newton. Newton up for 3, no good, recovered by Bryson Sainer.
Long pass to Doc Needham. Needham over to Austin Sainer. Austin Sainer going to put it up, and it's no good. He recovers and puts it back up again for 2.
That was a pretty tough shot to put up, and he was able to accomplish it. Newton up for 3, no good. Recovered by Corbin Burgess. Pass to Austin Sainer. Sainer bringing it down the court. Put it up for 2, no good. Recovered by Newton. Newton slowly taking it down the court. Newton up for 3, no good. Recovered by Needham. Needham long pass to Sainer. Sainer trying to go up for 2. Tough shot, and it's good. Looks like it's also an and 1.
I just want to know, when Sainer took that shot, I think he was parallel in the air with the ground.
That's one of the great things about Austin Sainer. He is a bucket, essentially. He knows how to get shots up. He can take all the tough ones and then get really close to making it, and will most likely make it.
That's true. That's true. All right, and he's getting ready to take his free throw shot, and he's putting it up. And it's no good, recovered by the Railers. A break by the Railers, and a pass recovered by Burgess, passed back to Austin Sainer. Austin Sainer breaks down the court and puts it up for the Hornets.
Newton bringing it down the court very slowly. Needham going up to press. Up for 2, no good. Recovered by
Ray J. Logan. Ray J. Logan is going to bring it down the court for the Hornets.
Poked out by Newton. Looks like it's going to be Valley ball.
Correction,
Nope.
That's Railer ball. The ref correcting himself there. Newton going to take a shot, and it's knocked out of bounds by Bryson Sainer. They are just not letting him put that ball up tonight.
Looks like it's going to be out on Newton. Hornets ball. Looks like Nash is coming in for Needham. Long pass. Long pass to Ray J. Bryson in the middle. Back to Corbin. Corbin putting it down for a dunk. Newton trying to get a tough shot. No good. Looks like it's going to be foul on Bryson Sainer, his first foul of the night. Newton's going to be shooting 2.
All right, number 4 taking that first shot for the Railers. And it's no good.
I would like to point out that it looks like the Railers have not scored any points at all this game with about 4 minutes in. The score is now 10-0.
And we have swapped out all of our starters already in the game, which is not something we typically see in the first quarter from Coach Wolf.
Railers going up for that second one. It's good. First point of the night. Looks like it's going to be out on the Railers. Hornets ball. Chavez throwing it in. It's like, oh, up for 2, no good. Recovered by the Railers. Looks like it's going to be a foul. Foul on Chavez. First foul of the night.
Now, that was a hard stop Chavez put on there, but it did stop the Railers from putting up that another shot.
Railers getting their next 2 points of the night. Looks like it's blocked. Recovered by the Hornets. Out to Nash. Nash puts it up for 3.
And that's a 3, and I'd like to note a long 3 at that. He was a ways away from the 3-point line. That shot recovered by Rylan Bailey. Rylan Bailey passes it to Looney, who passes a long throw down the court over to Ray J. Ray J back to Bailey. Bailey, ooh, into Luna, to Ray J, to Chavez, and Chavez puts it up for 3, and it's no good. Recovered by Ray J.
Out to Ryan Bailey. Rylan Bailey, no good. Recovered by Newton. Newton taking it down the court. Not. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Ray J. Logan. His first foul of the night. Railers up for 3, and it's good.
Now that is got to be their 15th, 20th three-point attempt of the night, and it's their first one they've made.
Looney going for a mid-range shot. No good. Recovered by the Railers.
Railers once again trying to put it up for 3, but it is no good.
Looks like Doc Needham, Burgess, and Newton are going to be back in. Looks like we got Ryland Bailey, Nash, and one other person summon out.
We got Needham taking it down the court.
Burgess in the middle out to Needham. Needham taking a step back three. No good. Recovered by the Railers. Looks like it's going to be foul on Needham. It's going to be Railers ball.
Railers working it into the middle and putting it up for two.
Newton putting it up for two. No good. Recovered by the Railers. Railers bringing it down the court as fast as they can. Looks like it's going to be a long shot. No good. That's the end of the first quarter.
I mean, what a crazy first period we had. Opening up for the Hornets was that massive dunk by Burgess. And when I say he grabbed the rim and just pulled himself up, it was honestly pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
It was like art watching that. I would like to point out that was an amazing lob made by Austin Sainer. Without a good lob, you're not going to get a good dunk.
Yeah.
So
it's always true. Now, I'd like to note the defense our boys have had tonight has been crazy. Up until the end of that first period, they were just not letting the Railers get in there, which is always good to see, stopping their team from getting those points. But they were just blocking shot left and right. I mean, yeah, it's always good to see.
The defense that Coach Wolf has us do, he has us mainly focus on the exterior defense of the three-point line. He doesn't really focus on the interior defense. So there are times, I would like to point out, there are times that the ball can sneak in there and they can put up an easy two, but we like to focus on those threes not getting made because that's how most teams get the most of their points.
Yeah, well, and also you saying that, him having them focus on that three-point defense also helps focus on them not being able to get in to the center to get those 2-point shots, which is always good to see. And speaking of three-point, the Railers put up three-point shot after a three-point shot and only made one of them in that first quarter. So, all right. Well, we're going to bring it back to the court to see what they do in the second quarter.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
See you there. Looks like we got Colby Newton passing into Needham. Needham calling out a play. Looks like it was Colby Newton in the corner for a three, no good. Railers taking it down the court.
Now, I'd like to note that our starters are back in at the top of the second quarter, which is something that we see a lot with Coach Wolf, of him taking out our boys towards the middle of quarters, but then always bringing them back in for the start to refresh that new quarter.
Looks like up for two in the middle for the Railers. Try to be blocked by two of our players, but they were not able to get that. Now we got Needham at the top of the key, bringing it in for the Hornets. Sainer putting it up for three. No good. Recovered by the Railers. Long pass by the Railers. Looks like they're not able to go anywhere with it.
Great pass block by Needham. Needham with a hard pass to Austin Sainer. Back to Needham. Back to Austin Sainer, who put it up, and it's no good. Recovered by the Railers.
Looks like going to be up for two for the Railers. No good. Recovered by the Hornets. Long pass to Needham. Needham taking it down out to Newton. Newton going down the middle. Looks like it's going to be no good. Foul on CJ Buffalo of the Railers. First foul of the night. Looks like we got Needham passing it in. Looks like Bryson trying to put up for two. No good. I would like to point out that it looks like both of their defenses have been getting really aggressive recently, not allowing any shots to go up.
I mean, that just tends to happen when you see the refresh of the play. What was that pass? It was an amazing pass by the Hornets back to each other over to Needham, and Needham brought it down the court and got us another 2 points.
I would like to point out that Bryson did catch that midair for us to have the ball there. Another long pass caught by Bryson Sainer. Austin Sainer going up for two. It's good. That was a great family connection there, Sainer to Sainer.
Long pass by the Railers, and that just seems to be the play they're going for here in this second quarter, is just long pass after long pass, trying to lob it over our boys' heads. And once again, those 3-point shots, which are just not sinking for them. Looks like the Railers now fouled our boys, so that's going to be Colby Newton throwing it into Needham, bringing it down the court.
Looks like we got Needham taking it down the court. Passing around on the outside, back to Needham. Needham all the way over to Newton. Newton to Bryson. Bryson put it up for three. No good. Looks like it's going to be foul on number 1 for the Railers, Gio James. Looks like we got Needham throwing it in. Bounce pass to Austin Sainer. Out to Newton. Newton put it up for two.
I know we said earlier in this quarter that the defense from the Railers had gone up, but it seems that our boys have finally found the hole through there, and they're just putting 2 up after 2 up.
Long three for the Railers. No good. Going to be out of bounds. Hornets ball. Bryson Sainer in the middle to Doc Needham. Needham putting it up for two, and it's good. It was a very tough shot to put up, and he was able to get it. Looks like it's 2 points for the Railers. Finally able to get through our defense and put up some points for this quarter.
Needham with a funky pass to Burgess, but he was able to catch it and pass it out to Bryson Sander, who passes it to Needham, who passes it back to Bryson.
Was that a charge? Blocking charge on the Railers.
Ray J swapping in for Austin Sainer.
Looks like we got Needham passing it in. Over their heads to Newton. Newton out to Needham. Needham up for three. No good. Recovered by the Railers. Poked out by Needham. Recovered back by the Railers. I would like to point out that Needham does have the highest steals per game. Looking at 2.7 steals per game.
It's going to be a foul on Corbin Burgess. Railers are going to be shooting too. Their first shot going up, and it's no good. And it looks like Evan Chavez is going to be swapping out Burgess. That second shot for the Railers going up, and it's good.
Looks like Needham taking it down the court.
Now, you may have noticed, folks, that the Railers are actually putting 2 guards on Needham now, which is honestly a compliment in itself, even though it is harder to get through, a compliment that they're seeing him as such a threat.
Mm-hmm. Nash is coming in for Needham. Looks like it's going to be Hornets ball. Looks like we got Nash passing it in for us. Nash out to Bryson Sainer. Looks like it's going to get poked, and it's the Hornets ball again.
Going to be Chavez throwing it into Nash. Bryson Sander making a break for the inside, and it's no good. Blocked by the Railers. Railers breaking down the court, trying to put that shot up, and it's good.
Would like to point out that the Railers are also putting up some pretty difficult shots, just like us. Fast break out to Ray J. Logan. Ray J putting it up for 3, and it's no good. Looks like it's going to be Hornets ball.
Pass out to Colby Newton. Colby Newton putting it up for 3. That's another 3 points for Newton.
And it's good. Timeout on the Railers. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
An active second quarter we've had here. I mean, points have been going up, points have been going down. Our current score is 21-18. 21 for the Hornets and 18 for the Railers.
I would like to say that we only have allowed 8 points so far in this quarter compared to the 10 last quarter. I hope that our defense can get there a little bit more, maybe put more emphasis around the exterior so then we can try to prevent the ball getting through us and getting into the middle, then going up for an easy 2.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how Wolf reacts to how their offense has been playing against our defense, but our defense has been strong. Now let's see how we keep up with that defense going back into this second quarter with about 2.5 minutes left.
Yep, we'll see you guys there. Looks like Railers are throwing it in. Looks like Wolf has us full court pressing now. Something that he loves to do in this game. A couple long passes for the Railers.
Now, that full court press is something we typically see towards the beginning of the game, right at the start, not typically towards this middle zone that we're currently in.
Looks like it's going to get poked out by the Railers, and it's Hornets ball. Colby Newton passing it in for us.
Ray J looking like he wants to put up that 3, deciding to pass it to Chavez instead. Chavez passing it to Nash, who is going to try and put up that 3, and it's no good. Recovered by the Railers.
Railers taking it down the court. Railers up for 2 with the floater. No good. Recovered by Colby Newton. Pass to Bryson Sainer. Looks like it's poked, wobbled around. Ray J putting it up for 2, and it's no good. Recovered by Bryson Sainer. Out to Chavez. Chavez putting it up for 3. No good. Recovered by Nash. Nash trying to go down the middle, passing it out. Out to Newton. Newton up for 3, and it's good.
That's over 3 points for Newton. Now, he is... Sorry, folks. I know we just got real loud for a second. Newton, I would like to note, is probably one of our strongest, if not our strongest, three-point shooter. And his three-point shots have come in clutch before for us, like in that Mays South game, where that three-point shot gave us just that 1-point edge, winning us that game. So we'll see how that goes for us tonight.
Looks like there's a kid bleeding for the Railers. Looks like he has 20 seconds to get it fixed, or else he has to come off the court.
Looks like that player for the Railers is going to be good. Looks like Rylan Bailey and Preston Looney are coming on for our boys.
Newton bringing it down the court. Trying to go for a fast break up the middle, and he's going to go up for two, but it's no good. Recovered by the Railers. Railers up for two, and it's good. Ray J bringing it down the court.
Block by the Railers. Recovered by the Hornets. Tipped off and taken back by the Railers. Railers are going to break down the court and put it up for another 2 points.
Long pass up to Newton. Newton taking his time with it. Looks like it's going to be tipped out by the Railers. Recovered by Nash. Jump ball. Looks like it's going to be Railers. Timeout, Valley Center. And I would like to correct myself. Looks like Valley's keeping the ball.
Like we were talking about, our boys have gotten more aggressive in just these past few seconds since the last time you folks saw us.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to talk about Colby Newton. It looks like he does have the most 3 points made of this season for our team is 14 when it was last updated. He also has one of the best percentages at 34%. So just out of all of our team, that's one of the best ones we have. So I feel like that should be noted.
Yeah, I mean, it's always an impressive feat. So we'll see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, we'll see if he can keep it up in the rest of the second quarter. See you guys there. It's like passing it in to Rylan Bailey. It's like Needham has it at the top of the key. A lot of isolation. Bounce pass to Ray J. Rylan trying to put it up for two, and it's good.
I'd like to note Rylan made that pass whilst spinning.
Okay, that's going to be leading us into halftime. Looks like we have a 10-minute halftime.
All right, so let's talk about what just happened there in that first half of the game. So we opened it up with a strong points from our boys, which is always good to see.
Mm-hmm.
We currently are in the lead against the Railers. I believe we're at 29, and the Railers are at 21, I believe, which is good. We're holding them there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, strong defenses by both teams. Wolf bringing in that full court press towards the end of that second quarter. We'll see if he keeps that up in the third quarter.
Knowing Coach Wolf, he probably will keep that up in the third quarter, having the boys work really hard to make sure they don't get past them and making sure that our defense has a constant pressure on the ball.
All right. Well, that's all for us in this first half, and I'm going to go ahead and take a nap as in accordance with our student section since it is pajama night. So we'll see you all in the second half.
Welcome back from halftime.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hornet Studios. My name is Wyatt Wolf.
And my name is Benjamin Randolph.
Tonight we are still playing the Newton Railers. The current scores is 29 Hornets, 21 Newton. All right, let's see if we stay as offensive in this second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that we have been making a lot of throws and stuff. A lot of points have been scored. Our first points of the game. Amazing dunk by Burgess. It looks like our 2-point percentage is 47%, and our 3-point is 23%. So those are pretty good percentages.
All right. Let's see if we can keep it up in the second half, and we'll go back to the court.
Long pass for the Railers. Looks like they've been doing that almost all night. Up for 3, and it's good. Looks like we got Needham at the top of the key for the Hornets. Out to Bryson Sainer. Would also like to point out that we do have, it was almost a lob to Burgess, but it was blocked by the Railers. What I was pointing out was we brought back our starters in. Railers trying to go up for 2, no good. Long pass to Austin Sainer with a fast break for 2, and it's good.
I mean, it was wide open for Austin Sainer. When you give him that wide open court, he just delivers time and time again.
It's like Railers went up for 2 after that, and it was good.
Looks like it's going to be a foul on Bryson Sainer.
Looks like the Railers are going to be shooting for 1, it looks like.
That first shot going up is good. It's going to be Hornet ball with Austin Sainer tossing it into Needham.
Bounce pass to Burgess. Burgess to Austin Sainer. Back to Burgess at the top of the key. Looks like it was poked out from Needham's hands. Looks like it's going to be a foul on number... Looks like a foul on Maddox Williams, number 23. Hornets ball.
He tried to steal that ball, but all he ended up doing was pushing Needham, which is not a good thing to see right in front of the ref.
Austin Sainer passing into Colby Newton. Newton back to Sainer. Sainer to Needham at the top of the key.
Now, Needham was just kind of waiting there, seeing what his boys were doing. But as we've seen, Austin Sainer breaks it out, and now the boys are just passing it back and forth, which is something that we see them do a lot of times when they have these leads, just to kind of see where they can put the ball, how they can play it.
Long pass from Newton to Bryson Sainer. Looks like Bryson getting tripped, but no call there. Looks like there was a timeout call from Doug Needham for the Hornets.
I mean, explosive start to this second half we're seeing here. Fouls almost immediately from both sides, which just shows the heart these boys have and the aggression that they're trying to put in to win this tournament.
Looks like Bryson was tripped there. That wasn't going to be called as a foul.
Yeah, which, I mean, I feel like the refs might have turned a blind eye to that one for whatever reason. I'm not sure, but that was a blatant trip by the Railers on the Hornets. But you know,
we were able to just get a timeout call, go talk to everyone, and hopefully we come back out there energized and more ready for this next play.
All right,
back to the court. Colby up for 3. It's good.
I mean, that's always great to see. Right, fresh off a timeout, is Newton putting up just another 3 for our boys.
Tipped out by Burgess. Needham bringing it down on a fast break. Putting it up for 2. No good.
Looks like the Railers wanting a call there, but just not getting it. But it looks like they are going to get a call on number 3, Newton, instead of number 2, Needham, like they were looking for. Or, correction, sorry. Newton and Newton are getting me mixed up. It looks like the Railers fouled our boys, and so Needham is going to be shooting 2, and that first shot goes up and it's no good. Call them the Railers so we don't mix.
Needham for that second shot. It's up, and it's good. Looks like we're bringing back that full court press. Bit late into the quarter, but I mean, better late than never. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Colby Newton. Looks like the Railers are going to be shooting.
Number 2 for the Railers taking his first shot, and it's good. And there's that second shot going up, and it is also good.
So go out Bryson Sainer passing to Needham. Needham taking it down the court. Looks like he's taking his time, getting a view of everything. Long pass to Colby Newton. Newton to Austin Sainer in the corner.
Austin Sainer with a long pass to Needham.
Needham trying to break 3. Another long pass to Austin Sainer. It's up for 3, and it's no good. Recovered by Bryson Sainer. Out to Colby Newton. Newton up for 3, and it's good.
That's another 3 points for Newton.
Looks like it's just been long pass after long pass for both of these teams.
I mean, when you have the tight defenses like they do, the only really way to get around it is those long passes.
And then there is a reach for Doc. Looks like it's going to be a foul. Railers passing it in. It's like number 2, Cole Dillon, bringing it down the court for him. Long pass for the Railers, getting it back up to the top, trying to break through. Looks like it's going to be a push call on Burgess. Looks like the Railers are going to be shooting.
Looks like it's number 2. It looks like it's going to be number 2 taking those shots. And that first shot goes up, and it is good. That second shot is going up, and it's also good.
Bryson Sainer passing it to Needham. Needham taking it down the court, taking his time, making sure he's calling out plays and communicating with his team.
Now, I'm surprised to see that Coach Wolf is keeping our starters in at the start of this third quarter because we're more than halfway through it. And typically that's the point where he likes to swap out our boys.
And it looks like it's going to be number 1 for the Railers, Giovanni James with a reach. Looks like we got Colby Newton passing it in for the Hornets. Needham to Burgess. Burgess to Bryson Sainer. Back to Needham. Needham back to Bryson. Bryson to Austin. Looks like Needham drops it. It's going to be out on the Hornets. Railers ball. Looks like Railers passing it in, trying to get a view of everything. Another long overhead pass. Blocked by Colby Newton. Looks like number 2 for the Railers, bringing it down. Blocked by Bryson Sainer. Long past Austin Sainer. Austin going it up for 2. No good. Recovered by Bryson. Bryson putting it back up. Looks like it's going to be foul on number 1, Giovanni James, for the Railers, and he falls down pretty hard. Taking him a little bit to get up. Okay, looks like there's an injury timeout for the Railers.
Hopefully he's okay. He did go down fairly hard. I watched it was rough. It was a rough hit. Let's talk about the start of this second half.
So, the start of the second half has been amazing. Oh, looks like the player Giovanni James that was down is walking back on his own strength.
I mean,
going back to the bench.
Love to see it. Folks fighting through, just kind of keeping on a brave face and pushing through so they can keep going in that game.
I feel like that just shows the love of the game that they have to continue going through and trying to power through those injuries.
Yeah, keep it going. All right, we're going to take it back to the court, bring us back to the action.
See you there. Looks like we got Austin shooting for us. That first one is up, and it's no good. There's that second shot for Austin. It's up, and it's good. Railers bringing it down the court. Number 23, Maddox Williams.
Now, it looks like it's been an 8-point game for majority of the game so far. We keep looking at the scores. Currently, it is 39 Hornets, 31 for the Railers. But we've had a lot of scores like that. When we had 31, the Railers were at 23. When we had 29, the Railers were at 21. It's just a lot of bouncing back and forth and seeing what happens.
Looks like ball getting tipped out a lot. Looks like it's going to be out on the bounds on the Hornets. Railers ball. Looks like Chavez is coming in for Bryson Sainer. Long pass for the Railers getting up to the top. Looks like they're taking their time with this. Really big, long lobs just for those passes. Up for 3 for the Railers, and it's good. Looks like we got Ray J bringing it down the court, taking his time, trying to set up everything. Looks like Chavez trying to take it down the middle, but it's not good enough, and it gets blocked by the Railers. Railers bringing it down the court now. It's going to be a block on Evan Chavez. Railers going to be shooting a couple for him.
This is going to be number 2 for the Railers, taking those shots for them again. That first shot is going up, and it's good.
Looks like we got Rylan Bailey coming in for Corbin Burgess.
All right, that second shot for the Railers is going up, and it's no good. Recovered by Evan Chavez, who passes it to Ray J. Logan. Ray J slowly bringing it down the court, giving the boys time to set up. Looks like the Railers are coming in for that full court press just to keep us pressured.
Pass to the middle, but for pass intended for Austin Sainer. Looks like it was a foul on number 23, Maddox Williams for the Railers.
I mean, that was a shove if I've ever seen one. His shoulder went right into him.
Looks like Austin Sainer is going to be shooting for us. That first one's going up, and it's no good. Last shot for Austin Sainer. It's going up, and it's good. Railers passing it and bringing it down the court.
Railers with a lot of quick passes there, trying to keep our boys confused. Getting into the middle and put it up for 2, and it's going to be no good. Recovered by the Railers. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the Hornets, and number 5 for the Railers is going to be taking those shots.
Looks like that was a foul on Evan Chavez.
That first shot for the Railers going up, and it's no good. Number 5 taking that second shot for the Railers, and it's good.
Chavez throwing it into Ray J. Logan. Ray J taking it down the court.
Bounce pass to Austin Sainer from Chavez, who was running down the middle. Sainer passed it to Ray J. Logan. Ray J. Logan back out to Sainer. Sainer put it up for 3, and it's no good. Recovered by the Railers, and the Railers are going to bring it down the court.
Railers with some fast passes just around the three-point line just to make our boys confused. Oh, Railers up for 3, and it's no good. Recovered back by the Railers, putting it up for 2, and it's good.
With less than a minute left in this quarter, we're going to see how it finishes out. I'd like to note that the Railers are currently at 38 and we are at 40. This is the closest we've been since the start of the game.
Foul on Austin Sainer for the Hornets. Looks like the Railers get to go to the free throw line to shoot a couple free throws. First free throw for the Railers. It's going up. It's good. Second shot for the Railers. It's going up. And that one's also good. Tie game now with less than a minute left in this third quarter. Needham bringing it down the court. Looks like it was poked out from Needham's hands, recovered by Bryson Sainer. Bryson putting it up for 2, and it's good. Railers passing it in, taking it down the court.
With 10 seconds left in this third quarter, the Railers are just trying to find some way to put a ball up to bring that tie game back.
Railers going up for 2, and it's no good. Recovered by the Hornets. It's the end of that third quarter.
I mean,
would.
It definitely.
You go
I'm
first.
so sorry about
No,
it.
you're fine. You go first.
It definitely looks like the Railers had some coal thrown into their furnace there with some real rejuvenation coming into this third quarter. I mean, way more aggressive. Definitely different players than we've really seen in that first half.
I would like to point out they've been especially aggressive on that defense. It looks like they've figured out our offense, and they've like exploited the weakness that we have in it. I don't for sure know what that weakness is, but it looks like they've found it, and they're able to just exploit that as much as possible. Same thing with their offense. I feel like our defense is so focused on trying to get close to the ball that they leave one side of the court open, so they just run back and forth, and then it makes it to where we're not able to keep up with where the ball is, and there's an open 3 or someone in the middle is open for an open 2.
Yeah, it looks like our boys might have lost some steam during that during that halftime. But they're definitely going to pick it back up. We see it all the time. But those Railers just keep chugging along,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just it just shows the energy that can be brought back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully our boys are going to be able to bring it back in this fourth and final quarter.
Hopefully
All
we
right.
can pull out a win and make sure we maintain a lead and get the win.
All right, we'll take it back to the court.
See you there. Looks like we got the Hornets throwing it in for us. Ray J. Logan bringing it down the court up to Rylan Bailey at the top of the key. Chavez up for three. It's no good. Recovered by the Railers. Poked out by Doc Needham. Doc back to Ray J. Ray J putting up a tough bucket, getting us some extra 2 points. Looks like going up for that 2. Tough bucket for the Railers. Getting it up there, though. Doc putting it up. No good. Looks like it's going to be...
They called a foul on Needham, and I just got to say,
It was a charge.
now that is one thing the Railers are good at is acting for those fouls. A lot of questionable calls from the refs, but a call's a call, and you can't really mess with it. So we'll see what happens.
Also looked like Colby Newton was subbing in for Evan Chavez. Looks like we got Doc, and only Doc, full court pressing for this game. He's really applying that pressure just to make sure they don't get any free points. Long 3 for the Railers, no good. Recovered by Doc Needham. Needham taking it down the court. Passing to Colby Newton. Newton up for 3. No good. Recovered by the Railers. Railers in the middle for an easy 2 that is missed. Back out to the Railers. Putting it up for 2. Missed again. Finally putting it up for 2 with the make.
Now that brings us back to a tied game.
Needham up for 3. No good. Recovered by the Railers. Looks like this is a tie game now. Long pass for the Railers. Another long pass back. Up for 3. No good. Recovered by Colby Newton. Out to Doc Needham.
Needham bringing it down the center. Passes it to Bryson Sainer.
A no-look pass to Bryson Sainer. Putting it up for 2. Foul on Rylan Bailey. Looks like Burgess is subbing out for Bailey. Railers at the top of the court, kind of taking their time with it. Down to the middle, trying to put up for 2. No good. Recovered by Corbin Burgess.
Now, it's always nice to have Burgess back on the court because he has that 6'5" height, which just gives him an amazing reach. So when it comes to him under the basket, there's no one better at rebounds.
Long bounce pass to Bryson. Ooh, looks like giving it to Burgess. Burgess trying to go for a dunk and not making it. Railers bringing it down the court. Looks like Ray J. Logan subbed in for Doc Needham. Another long pass for the Railers. Up for three for the Railers, no good. Recovered by the Railers, going up for two. Another tie game, 46-46. Ray J. Logan taking it slowly down the court. Looks like it was poked out from Burgess, recovered by the Railers.
I wouldn't say that was poked out. I'd say that was a rip from the Railers to get that ball. Once again, trying to make that three-point shot, and it's just no good. Recovered by Ray J. Logan, who has a break down. Oh, and a rough pass to Colby Newton, which is
Looks
no
like
good.
just
Recovered by the Railers.
A little bit of miscommunication between them. Going up for two for the Railers, no good. Going back up for two. Burgess with a push. Looks like Railers are going to be shooting for two. Railers passing in a long pass. Most of their passes have just been long lobs over our defense. Looks like the Railers trying to go up for two. No good. Recovered by Bryson Sainer. Bryson taking it down the court. Going up for two. It's good. That was a swish, too.
I'd like to note, sorry, just to rewind a little bit, that shot by the Railers was pretty much a chuck at the backboard. I don't think there was any real attempt there to get it into the basket.
Railers just with the back and forth passes, trying to get an open shot for someone. Bryson Sainer picking it off, taking it down, putting it up for two, and it's no good. Look like it's going to be a block on Camden Schmidt for the Railers. Looks like Bryson Sainer is going to go to the line and shoot some free throws.
All right, Bryson putting up his first shot, and it's good. Looks like we have Doc Needham subbing in for Ray J. Logan.
We'd like to quickly point out how aggressive Doc has been playing these past few quarters. He's also been, I think, the most played player this game.
Bryson putting up that last shot, and it's good. Now, when you have a Sainer on that three-point line, you know it's going to get you those 2 points that you need.
I will agree. Railers taking it down the court, trying to find just an open pass or an open shot. Trying to get through our defense. Another long lob. Poked by Doc Needham. Needham taking it down the court. Backwards pass to Austin Sainer. Austin putting it up for two with a tough bucket.
No, that was a hard shot to make, and it looks like it's going to be a foul once again on number 3 for the Railers, and it looks like, yes, Austin Sainer is going to be going to the line.
There's that first shot for Austin Sainer. It's going up. No good. Rebounded by Bryson Sainer. Out to Austin. Austin for three. No good. Rebounded by Bryson. Some brotherly love right there.
Yeah, just shot and recover and pass.
Foul on number 4 for the Railers.
Now, I'd like to note number 4 seems to be getting a little upset with our student section. When he fouled there, he started clapping along with our student section.
Looks like also because of that clapping, the ref had to give him a stern talking to.
I'd like to note once again that we are here with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in this game, and we have our starters back on the court, which is something we see from Coach Wolf time and time again.
Looks like the Railers are starting to full court press now. Needham at the top of the key, passing to Austin. Austin to Bryson. Bryson to Needham. Foul on number 23, Maddox Williams for the Railers. Looks like Hornets going to be passing it in.
Looks like the Railers are just getting more and more upset with us, and those fouls are becoming more and more blatant.
Looks like Doc Needham has 20 seconds to stop some sort of bleeding, or else he has to come out of the game.
Now, it looks like that was a direct result of that Newton foul there, which is just a shame to see, and hopefully we can get Needham to stop bleeding, I guess we should say, so we can get us back in that game for us to finish out.
Looks like he's bleeding through his leg sleeve. He is clear to go and continue in the game.
I'd like to note that is a white leg sleeve, which is going to be a heck of a stain to get out.
That's when you use hydrogen peroxide. Ooh, looks like it's poked by the Railers. Needham recovering it. Foul on Doc Needham, number 2 for the Hornets.
Now, I'm not one to typically say this, but that ref might need to fix his glasses. That was an obvious attempt by the Railers to get that backcourt call, and unfortunately, it looks like they succeeded.
Again, the fast passes with the Railers. Looks like no foul call right there. Trying to put it up for 2, no good. Bryson recovered. Needham taking it down the court. Out to Bryson. Bryson up for 3. It's good. That's a swish.
That's another 3 points for Bryson Sainer. Looks like it's going to be a Hornet timeout.
It's going to be a full timeout, too.
That is a crazy way to come into these last few minutes here for this game. I mean, the Railers are getting more and more aggressive, and unfortunately, it looks like they're fouling time and time again, and their refs are just seeing it more and more. But at the same time, the refs are making those calls that just don't seem right.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I would, again, with the fouls haven't been that great of calls, but I mean, it's just what happens. You kind of just have to listen to what the ref says and not complain too much about it. But I would like to point out the aggressiveness that you were talking about earlier between both teams. It looks like the Railers came into this last quarter wanting a fight, putting up a fight, trying to get that win. But it looks like the Hornets are just not having it, and they're putting up an even bigger fight just to make sure that we get the win.
I mean, yeah. I'd also like to note, for majority of this fourth quarter, we were at a tied game. It was shot for shot for a while there, but our boys finally broke free, and it's currently 52-46 Hornets. All right, let's see if we can keep that score up. We're going to take it back to the court.
See you there. Again, with these fast passes for the Railers, just trying to get through our defense. Also, these really long passes up for 3, no good. Recovered by the Railers. Tipped by Corbin Burgess, recovered by the Railers again. Out to number 4 on the Railers, going for a midi, and it's good. Colby Newton passing it in to Doc Needham. Needham trying to take it down the court.
An aggressive attempt there from number 4 for the Railers, trying to steal that ball, but just not being able to. And they're doing that double man press on our lead scorers, Needham and Newton.
Looks like Needham tried to get a flashy pass, but wasn't able to accomplish it. It's going to be a timeout on Newton.
I mean, with less than a minute left in this game, immediately the aggression is even more raised. Like I noted, number 4 for the Railers, he immediately, when Needham got that ball, ran towards Needham trying to get that steal, and Needham got that pass over to Newton, and they immediately began to double man press him. And then when Newton passed it back to Needham, it was a double man press on Needham.
I feel like they're just trying to make sure that our top scorers aren't getting the ball and getting the time that they need to fully think about what they can do when they have it.
Yeah.
And they're trying to put as much pressure they can and hopefully try to pull out the win.
Well, Ben, you know what pressure makes, right? Diamonds.
Oh.
All right. Well, we'll see how we continue with the rest of this quarter. Our boys are in that huddle there talking to Coach Wolf, and he's drawn up those plays that have been getting us those wins. So we'll see what happens.
I think it looks like that we are going to have our starting 5 going to end this game as well.
Ref telling us time is up, and our boys are going back on that court. Let's see if we can finish strong.
Railers bringing it down the court. Do you want to call this so I can write some of this stuff down?
A three-point attempt from the Railers, and it's no good. Recovered by the Railers after a tip from Doc Needham. Number 2, looking around, looking for something he can shoot with less than 20 seconds left in this game. Another three-point attempt from the Railers, and it's good. Now, that was a long three-point attempt. It looks like it's going to be another timeout on Newton. I mean, some energy here in these last 30 seconds. Yeah, a lot going on. The Railers, once again, attempted those three-point shots, and that last three-point attempt was a bit off that three-point line, which was a long three-point attempt, which was a make for them, which isn't exactly surprising because they do have a strong team. It's just they've been taking those shots all night and just haven't been seeming to sink them.
It feels like they've just been trying and trying and trying, and you know the saying, try until you succeed. I think that's the saying. That probably isn't the saying,
If
but
at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yes, that saying. Yes, thank you.
Ben.
Thank you, Eli, in the booth.
I do want to note that our three-point percentage, our team's three-point percentage, has gone up. But unfortunately, our regular shooting percentage has gone down.
And I mean, I feel like that's just from us trying to get these different shots up, trying to get – there have been a lot of tough shots that we've been trying to get, a lot of probably not the best choice of shots, but we're still trying them, and we've been doing pretty good for that.
Yeah. All right, we'll bring it back to the court to finish out these last 15 seconds.
Yep, see you there. Looks like it's going to be Hornets ball, Needham passing it in. This is also the first time we've seen a full court press out of the Railers. Long pass to Austin Sainer, wide open. Looks like it was overthrown just by a little bit. Missed a home run shot.
Home run? I thought this was basketball, Ben.
It's like Railers are passing in. Looks like we don't have a full court press. We only have a few people going up for 3. No good. Recovered by Bryson Sainer.
I mean, the Railers are really fighting for that ball there, but that is going to be a jump ball, Hornet ball, with 6.1 seconds left.
It's going to also be a foul on number 5 for the Railers.
Once again, we have Bryson Sainer at the line.
Bryson's first shot. Looks like it's going up. It's no good. Looks like Bryson's last shot is about to start. Up And it's no good. Recovered by the Railers.
And the Railers are going to rush down the court trying to get that shot, and it's going to be out on the Railers' Hornet ball with 3 seconds left in the game.
Correction, it is actually the Railers' ball.
It bounced off his chest.
Up for three, no good. Recovered by Colby Newton. It looks like that's going to be a win for the Valley Center Hornets.
That final score, as just stated, is going to be 55 for the Hornets and 51 for the Railers. Now, the Railers came back really aggressive in that second half. They were tied for a bit there, just going shot for shot. But our boys, once again, were able to break ahead. So it looks like the Railers weren't the little engine that could. They were the little engine that couldn't.
Your train puns have been amazing. Okay, and then because of that win, Valley Center plays tomorrow at 6 p.m. To continue the tournament. And then right after this game, it should be Northwest versus Blue Valley.
And the winner of that game will face off against our boys tomorrow at 6.
Looks like tomorrow at Newton. Tomorrow at 2, Newton plays a loser of that game.
All right. Well, Ben and I are not going to be here to commentate for that next game, and we will not be able to commentate next night, but we will see you guys Saturday. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure to stick around, and I hope you all enjoyed the game. I, once again, have been Wyatt Wolf.
My name has been Randolph.
Have a great night.
Have an amazing night. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Well.